Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Smile. Funky fun RRO fact. The skeleton flat car was originally supposed to hold 3 cars. Sort of. There was another skeleton flat car. I don't remember, and don't quote me. I don't remember if it was actually modeled or not, but there was one intended to hold only 1 log. So maybe expect in the future we see something like that too in the game, but who knows. Anyway, welcome on back. Just getting started up here. Having a look around the map and just thinking about things. Today, with some of the Dow crew willing, of course, that show up and are able to play, we might go and set up some infrastructure around the map, or at least I will. Probably not so good looking, but then again, we didn't really do too well with the calling tower over here. This one was a test, to say the least. But, pardon me. I'm probably going to cough a little bit here. I'll try my best not to do that on stream. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. I did spend the tail end of yesterday's stream going through and putting all our engines in here. So we're going to go and buy some more engines. Not that we need them, but I need to go through and double check these because I did run them all cold. I'm going to try and keep engines cold for the most part, and in a certain way as well. So turn that off. Okay. They really need to fix the UI for some of these things. But anyway, we're going to go around and just double check controls. Essentially what we should have is the reverser in 0, cylinder cocks off. Yeah, forward is off, even though it says it's not. Regulator's off, brakes on. So we're just going to pop through all these real quick. That brake is at 0%, but it doesn't matter. We got the tender brake. And I'll run through some names here too in a little bit, guys. Just letting the stream warm up while I do this. Over into here. I'm gonna have to lay some ballast down here to get it into these engines a little easier. Oop, okay, 0, 0. And all the fires should be about cold, so, and no steam in anything. Get in here to the new cookie. Regulator, cylinder cocks. It's all about running a nice, organized house or yard, whichever way you want to put it. Should be able to hear. Yeah, you can hear the cylinder cocks whether or not it's on. So I gotta double check this one. I can mute my music audio here for a second while I do this. So that's on, that's off. That's off. Okay, just double checking here. And this guy is also off. So brakes, reverser, regulator. Piece of cake. Now, I'm going to probably delete the Montezuma Thunder that's here on the Porter, or the Porter 2, I should say, and probably buy a proper Montezuma. Now, we actually have 3 other Class 70s floating around the map. And I'm half tempted to go fetch them, except for where I started on the stream today. I was up at the Plateau Yard. And we had parked the two C-70s up here like this. And this, honestly, wouldn't be a bad spot for a engine shed of sorts. Although I'm kind of also just liking the idea of having the engines out in the open, too. But, hold on, wait. Do we have... Yeah, those are two C-70s. Okay. These are both hot right now, it seems like. And the other thing I didn't notice up here is we don't have a turntable up here. Now, Auntie went and, as well as a number of other people that helped, went and rebuilt the entire map with the new splines. And they did put in some creative liberties into adding a few things that may or may not have been handy. But I'm almost kind of tempted to try and find somewhere that we can put a turntable up here. Or, oh, pardon me. My throat is still messing with me right now. Or we can try and find another spot for it. I mean, we don't entirely need it, but it's probably ideal to have a turntable up here. And the reason for that is we end up going up and down the iron mine pass and the smelter pass and the coal mine route, mostly in one direction. Now, in the case of the coal mine and the smelter, they both have turntables at their given locations. But as far as I'm aware, the iron mine on this map does not. So let's pop up there. I don't think this does, but we're going to double check it. And we will be going and putting in some installations as well for coal and all that fun stuff. So yeah, up here, there are no turntables. And this is one of the more interesting things about this particular area here that I might take some liberty in rearranging a little bit, because we come up here with a full load of cargo, whether it's lumber and beams or a row of empty hoppers. And the problem that we tend to have up here is that when we get up here, the engine is in front of everything. So it's the engine, and then it's all the other cars we bring up. And unless we shove all the cars up and then, I don't know, maybe back down in reverse, it's not really ideal. And it's probably not the most practical way of operation. The other issue is the past couple of times this area has been operated, the engine, again, has been in front of the train. So it makes it really difficult to unload lumber and beams more than like 2 cars at a time, while also trying to find a place to put it. Like, we have all these sidings here, but we can't use them because the engine's in front and we can't get behind the cars unless we push them up. So yeah, we got to do some changes around here, I think. But before we get into building anything, let's go and double check some of the other areas. Now, I have been very faithful to this map, as it is the Railroads Online original map. And if you guys are not familiar with the map, you might recognize it from this guy here. This is your pause menu screen, or at least it was, back before this update. But this big iconic bridge is one of those screenshot areas, and another one is over here by the Plateau Yard, if we can get a good view of it maybe in a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of running, but the old main screen menu... actually, no, it's still the main screen menu. They just darkened it and put a texture over it. But the routes that you see on the main screen of the game is the smelter and iron map run on this map. Which we unfortunately can't really see from here, sadly. But you guys get the idea. So I'm not going to obviously change anything that's iconic with the map. But we do need to change a few things to make it a little bit more operational. Now, in the past, before this map was rebuilt in the new splines, we were kind of limited on what we could do because, you know, everything was the old splines and the new splines didn't hook up to the old ones. So there was a point where we really couldn't modify the map at all unless we rolled it all the way back to a point where the map had nothing from the newer updates on it and we could actually rebuild the track. But we did actually end up finishing the map with the bottom 3 industries. So the oil field has a location here. Now, the oil field, ironworks, and refinery don't have really any of the other issues as the other industries do, mainly because they're like pull-through routes. I mean, there is a yard over there we can store things, but we can mainly pull through and run a different alternate route to a different location. I'm going to go ahead and teleport to the ironworks here. I'm going to need some water here in a minute. And the ironworks here, again, the same thing. Pull through platforms. Now, the ironworks doesn't actually have a yard here. And I don't really feel like there is a need for a yard here, but we could potentially put one in here now. The only real technical issue is this Y here is a little bit funky, and I can show you this on Extender. And I am streaming on Discord, by the way, a little side note. So for the people that are in Discord, sorry, you're going to have to watch the actual stream on YouTube. But yeah, if we open up the Extender here and I unfollow myself so I can actually move the map, we have this little weird Y here. Now, I didn't design this area, but essentially it does cause a slight problem. Not too much of a huge one, just some mild inconvenience in operations. But there is no yard here either. And we really haven't had a need or reason to store a yard here, and I think it's the only industry actually that we have that doesn't have a yard. Unless you can... I guess you can't really count the logging camp, because like the logging camp has a siding that you could store things on if you really wanted to. But yeah, it's the only other industry that we have that doesn't have a yard. I mean, and I guess in a certain way, it's not the worst thing in the world either, because we have been able just to unload straight and not have to worry about going through anything else in that department. Let me move that back actually to my other screen. Boop, boop. All right, there we go. And then the refinery. I don't think, again, a refinery is not an area that we need to touch. There's actually 2 telegraph offices here. And I don't remember why. There's one... I guess there's one for the yard and then one for the other side of the industry. So we actually haven't done much here. And do we have a full load of barrels? I don't think we do. Fun fact, I've actually have not yet had the opportunity to deliver oil barrels, and we don't even have a full load yet. So we might in the future have to work on filling this up and doing some nicer runs. What is over here looking like? Yeah, so over here is looking like the traditional sort of yards you would see for this industry in this game. Whole bunch of shunting. Now, I have seen, of course, people in the past go and cheat some of these areas. And you can do it, and it works in some cases, but sometimes you have to be really careful on the material you have here. And the only thing we're actually missing here is crude oil. But I'm not going to be worrying too much about doing anything in the industry chain today. I want to check the logging camp and the sawmill to see if there's anything that we can improve in there. The other thing, too, that we're doing, or the main thing that I want to do, is install cooling towers in different locations. That way we have a little bit more reason to deliver coal to different areas. Now, in the case of the logging camp, and I would assure that it's probably pretty obvious to everybody that there is really no practical point in bringing a coal engine up here if, you know, the main source here is wood and it's infinite and free and you could just plop down a firewood depot and, you know, refill from there. And that is true. And there really wouldn't be too much concern to have coal up here, but I feel like we probably ought to have it just in case anyway. But again, there is no yard or any other staging area here, so I kind of have to try and figure out the ideal location here for this. And I don't know exactly how to tackle that yet. Other than, like, I could do something like I could put it on the outside of one of these lanes and build a switch and just a single siding for the coal hoppers to pop into. But I don't know if that's how I want it. Like, I want it accessible for everything here. But since the way this logging camp is laid out, a little bit more traditionally, it's not really the most ideal thing. Now, there is a giant Y here for turning around, so that's not a huge issue. Alright. I guess in our case, let's pick an industry and start there. So, I think I'm going to pop into... Ooh, yeah, you know what? Let's pop into the iron mine. And before I get started in here, let me catch up with chat, because I have been like glancing through the comments, and I haven't said a hello to anybody. So if you are a part of the stream and watching live with us, or if you're in the comments later on down the video, say hi anyway. But yeah, go ahead, give me a smile, give me a wave. Let me know that you guys are here. I do have seen some names here tonight already. So Yoinkus Splunkus, one of the first people that was in the stream. White Star, Random Texan, hello to you guys. Loco, Eagle, Rolston, Mr. Hulp, asking if I remember them about the update. Yeah, I know. Favorite part of this update? I don't know, to be honest. I don't really have a favorite part of this update. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but overall, I'm still a little disappointed in a few things. Thunderbolt, hello. Big Hoss, hello. Nasu, hello. Infinity, hello. Orson, Kanan, hello to you guys. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for saying hello. But yeah, I mean, some of the engines, John, hello. Some of the engines are cool. Like, the engines they added are interesting. One, I was disappointed on the engines that were added. There were a few teases, relating to other engines that they were probably going to add, and I mean, I think they are working on them for sure. It's just that we probably won't see those engines at this point until later on. With that said, mechanics, the structures, it's not that the new things aren't nice, it's just I'm in that boat where it's like, it's eye candy. It's an excuse to bring something to the game, but not have what most people want fixed or addressed. Like, there's a lot of... what bothers me, and this is my honest opinion, what bothers me the most right now in this game's development, among a lot of things, but one of the primary things right now, is that there's a lot of issues in the game in general. And that's nothing new for early access. That, I mean, any early access title, that's just something that is implied when you buy that. And that goes with saying, and something that I've said from the beginning, if for anybody that's been around since I've started streaming this game, like over a year and a half ago, when you buy a game like this, please buy it under the impression that you may never see another update to this game ever again. It's an early access title, development may drop at any second. Now, that hasn't happened, but the updates and content for this game have been slower, and more so that the growing pile of bugs and issues that are either not being fixed or just not even being addressed. And one of the, like, mind-boggling things for me that bugs me right now in this game that I really wish they would fix, because there really isn't any reason for this bug to be in the game. And it's not even a bug, it's a mechanic that is just improperly set, which is the speed cap to the rolling stock. And this is a small little rant here. Alright, you have engines that can go up to a certain speed, and I'll use the Tweetsy, the new 280 steam locomotive that we got in the new update, right? Brand new engine. Top speed, according to Extender, according to Rose Studio, 30 miles per hour. That's the fastest engine we've had in the game, and that's awesome. Guess what? Tender derails at speed of 22 miles per hour. Why? Why did they do this? Now, this could just be as simple as poor implementation, but the logic also doesn't follow for other things like the rolling stock. You know, why does rolling stock have a speed cap in this game? Now, there could be the reason that the physics doesn't play nicely with things going that fast, and that is reasonable. However, you can't really find that out unless you let the mass public figure that out. Now, on the other hand, right now, what is happening is because that speed cap is here, players are driving their trains at faster speeds, and then all of a sudden, boom. Rolling stock, for no reason other than that it's reached its max speed cap and is being dragged past that, is derailing. Now, the only logical excuse, in my opinion, that you could really use if you're really going to make the argument on not changing it is that a historical accuracy excuse, which should be, oh, those cars at that time did not go that fast. Now, that could either be because the engine pulling them didn't go that fast to begin with, or that the physical strain of the car going that fast would just rip the car apart, which would be the only logical excuse that I could see in my head for that reason. But it's a video game, right? It's a video game. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to enjoy and learn from it, which don't even get me started, and a number of other people started on the inaccuracies in this game right now. But why are we causing an issue and a miscomfort for players? Like, aggravation for players. Like, players want to move freight, players want to have fun doing that, and they don't want to be inconvenienced by a piece of rolling stock derailing, or their tender for that matter, that at least should logically, in my opinion, match the speed of the engine. So don't get me started on that. But it's why? There's a fine line that, of course, in development that you walk between realism and gameplay. And in this game's case, it is the rolling stock is on the speed cap is on the wrong side of that line, right? I feel like it's either on the realism side for whatever reason, or it's just been so poorly implemented that the developer, Kiyomi, just hasn't been bothered to fix it because Kiyomi does not pay attention to his community. Do we all agree on that? Please? Is it that hard? Another fun, noticeable thing that I'm sure a lot of people maybe have noticed, depending on how much of a historian or filmer you are. Let's talk about the new Cook Mogul. That's not new; it's a remodel. But let's take a look at our old one, right? Cookie plate, cookie dome, cookie bill plate, Baldwin dome. They are paying their researchers, team members that were former moderators to the development team. Who, some of them, I like, some of the people on that team, like, I do genuinely like these people, and I know they can do their job. Why? Why is there a Baldwin dome on a Cook? Alright, let's get back to building. I'm sorry, I feel like some things need to be just said out loud for people to hear them, and not just in text, but you know. Alright, let me save the game. By the way, I hope everybody's been having a fun weekend. Everybody enjoying the update so far, besides, you know, the obvious broken crap? Alright, okay, John, this last address to the whole speed issue, that it is fair that in a real-life situation, if the tender did derail first before the engine, that does make sense, because the engine's holding all the weight and all the traction effort for that speed, and is therefore just tugging something along. But we're playing a game here. I feel like it's more of a nuisance and an inconvenience to the players playing in the game than it is for it to be an important historical accuracy. Does that make sense? Oh wow, that's actually a nice decent distance right there. Oh, English. Distance. Sorry. I had that cough in the middle of that. Oh. Of course. Alright, demolishing this. Can you download the OG map? Not for me, no. The OG map, or the map that I have, is originally created by a person that I actually had to get permission from to recreate the map in the New Spline system. So the only people that I am aware that have this map is myself, obviously, because you guys are watching me live playing on it. But myself, the person that did actually recreate the map for me, and the original owner of the original map creator, who I, respectfully got permission from. So, unless the other two people, who I will not name, are willing to give up the map, then go ask them. But for me, I'm not gonna make this publicly available. Just because it is what it is. Alright, I want to give this a little bit more of a distance here. That's really still in the ground there? Wow, okay. Alright, that's doable to me. Okay, so the next thing here in this process is that we need to demolish this rail and this rail. Three-way switch is fun. The new shed is cool, stores 2 second most powerful locos. The new shed, from what I've seen from the unofficial Railroads Online Discord, is crap. Can actually hold 3 tracks. That's what I wanted. Oh, jeez. Pardon me as I cough a lot this stream, apparently. But yeah, no, so you can put like up to 3 tracks on the new shed if you squeeze it in tightly. Alright, can I... I'm gonna need a wider angle than that, actually. I'm gonna be eyeballing this for the most part. Gam Freak, hello. And hello, Tires and Pyro. Sorry I missed you guys. The cooling tower placements, that's another thing that aggravates me a little bit right now. And not to get too much into that, because it really comes down into poor implementation on that part, because it really shouldn't be placed like that. Because when you place a cooling tower, for those that you have not seen it yet, right, it places it based off of where the game expects the coal to drop for the engines. And I get that. That could be useful. But, like, the angle of it, like, you can't even place it in a spot that makes sense. Because, like, in order for that to lower into the ground there, unless you otherwise delete the track next to it, you really have to just, like, go to the other side of the track. And then when you do that, it's not even close. The other part of it, in my opinion, is why are we not placing it based off of this? Like, I can build a track any time of the day to where exactly this is going to offload. And honestly, in my opinion, that would be a lot easier if we could snap right off of this. That way, the platform is properly at the height that it should be in the ground, and that the players can then build the track to where the coal would actually unload. Now, Alternatively, if we had an identical length of track pre-placed off of the coaling tower that we could then snap to, and then we could pick any of the 4 snap points that would be on the coaling tower, that would be awesome. That would be right there. That would be the best way to implement this tower. Why is it like this? No idea, other than lazy. There was literally no, like, there was not enough thought into how this was implemented. It's a great tower. The person that modeled this did a good job, and it was a friend of mine, but no. Like, we have the options to place switches and rotate them. Why can't we not have 4 rotate options for the coaling tower with a second piece of pre-placed track? Simple questions. It's not rocket science, honestly. Do I need any help building today? I sometimes tend to like build on my own, personally. Not that I don't love you guys. Alright, how's this look? That looks good. Yeah, and I would agree with that, Nasu. That is, you know, a fair thing, and it was something that I was actively trying to get to happen back when I was community manager for the game. Ooh, this might be a little iffy here. Actually, you know what? I might end up making that just a stub there, because there's really no point to putting a third connection there like that. But on the other hand, like, okay, Sandhouse, yeah, that would be nice to have a pre-placed piece of track to snap this to, because I still don't know. I've been playing this game for a year and a half. Now, to be fair, I don't even use the sand tower in this game, but I still don't know where to properly place it, because the freaking pipe here is tiny. This tiny little thing. Let's not even get to mention the fact that it goes left and right. Like, that shouldn't even be a thing for this, with the pipe as short as it is. But look how close that has to be to the track. That's ridiculous, how close that has to be. Now, that's fine. It would be fine, and it would be so much easier if there was, in fact, just even the smallest. Like, I'm talking literally, if the track was only from this beam to this beam, and it was, what, 3-4 ties? Like, come on, that would be awesome. A very small piece of track that you could just snap, and then, you know, the rest of it's attached to it. Perfect. Now, the water towers, yes and no. All right, if it had a drop-down menu like this, and it was, you know, place with piece of track, or with track type option. I mean, the color options are awesome. That's fine. But in the off chance that you're somebody like me, and I've done this in one of my other worlds, where I just end up placing the tower at the end of a stub. For example, like the spawn track in the game, where, you know, you get a new engine, you just back it up right to the tower in that slot, and you just let it sit there and you let it fill. That's fine. That's awesome. That's perfect. But, I mean, again, I wouldn't be against the idea of also just having the tower snap to a very small piece of track. And if I pull out the tower again, like, let's just put this right here. Like, how many ties is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ties at best? You know, how hard is that? That wouldn't even be an inconvenience to anybody in this game, because it would properly show you how far you would have to place that tower. And like, only in my opinion are there some instances that you could actually want it not to snap. Now, fun fact, when I was community manager and I had a direct connection to Kiyome when I was, working with him, giving them your feedback of the community from you guys, I did bring up, why is there no snapping points for stuff like the engine shed or the water tower or the freight depot, or not the freight depot, the firewood depot. And he said, and I quote his excuse, his statement back to me was, "It is fine how it is." There's nothing more to be said after that. That's cool, Jonathan. That's a little too far. Oh crap, actually I should have left that there. Fun little tip, if you want to like back something up properly, like obviously you guys can see that this is, just a little too far. You go over there, you leave that there. Go over here, relay your piece of track. Or I guess you could just pay attention to the measurements, but this, before measurements were a thing, this is kind of how you did it. Go all the way over here, rebuild it, and, you take account how much you actually need to back off, and then just go, boop, delete the first one, replace it, snapping point, voila. There you go. Now it's not clipping anything. Lots and lots and lots of pain. Pyro is what it is. Alright, while we're at it, do we want to go and put bumpers at the end of all these? I feel like also this area right here would be wide enough for the calling tower. If I could actually, properly maybe see where to actually place it. My nose is itchy for some reason. I don't know, like, I guess we ought to have the coaling refuel at, like, the outermost track. That makes sense, right? Have I addressed the three-way switch? If you want my rant on the three-way switch, there really isn't one other than the community feedback about it. And it's not Kiyome's fault for once. I mean, he could have gone this way with it, but here's the realistic thing here, right? We've been in this newer system for a while, and even when the new Spline update was in its first beta branches, people were getting used to the fact that the new switches auto realigned for when you merged onto another track. So you no longer derailed when the switch was set against you. Now, we have a new switch, which is a three-way switch. And this is a stub switch. And if you guys notice, there are no points on this switch. So in the chance that you do merge off of this switch, which is what a lot of people were complaining about, the switch not auto-aligning for you, you derail. And to me, like, that's fine. I'm actually, for once, I'm okay with a derailment like that because it makes logical sense. Because there are switches in real life that will not auto-align, but kick to the right direction because there's enough force going through them. And that's logical. That's fine. That's something you see in real life. But in real life, you would never see a stub switch like that do that. Now, the other thing, too, a lot of people, I think, are... I don't want to call it complaining, just misrealizing it. But we are also accustomed in this game to seeing the pointer or the handle of the switch pointing in the direction of which way the switch is aligned. So in this case, if we're aligned for this track, handle is off to the right, and we're going off to the right track because the points have moved left. On the stub switch, it's the opposite because we're not moving points, we're moving the track that it connects to. So, to align for the left track like it is, the handle actually has to be to the right. So it's becoming an issue, a small issue, because a lot of people I don't think realize that really know how these switches work, understand that it is in fact the opposite direction is the correct way this handle, is supposed to be laid. That's my only thoughts about the three-way switch. It's just the whole handle and not auto-aligning thing, which, yeah, I mean, we were spoiled for up until this point with all the other switches in the game auto-realigning, but that made sense if they were actual kick switches. This is not. This is a stub switch. It's a little bit different. Yeah, exactly, Pyro. And, yeah, Barry, the flag is not pointing the wrong way. The flag is pointing the right way. It's just people are not used to looking at it that way. Alright, lots of ranting today, apparently. Oh, the only other... And I only just thought of this. There's only one other, small gripe that I've seen with the new three-way switch. And I don't know if people have really been paying attention. But let me place one down. So, you have the option when you place this, and this is the default one, where the handle's off to the right. But if you make it, with ballast, and the harp on the left, and you place it, so an opposite of what we have, and I'll just place it over here, where we can see it. I can turn the stupid thing. Where's my key? C. There we go. Okay. C and X. Anyway, so to place the switch, if you place it the opposite direction, the ballast does not match. Ballast is over here. Harp is over here. Again, another example of poor implementation on something that shouldn't have been that badly done. Anyway. But, I mean, again, if you're not somebody that cares about, like, all the finer details of the mistakes in this update, and you're just somebody that casually enjoys the game for the fact that you can run trains, move freight, and have fun with friends, great update. You know, new content, sort of. New engines, sort of. Newish mechanic that's not really worthwhile. Okay. You know, there's a lot of things in this update that doesn't make sense. Another thing that doesn't make sense is the new rolling stock. And to sum up the new rolling stock, slightly cheaper price for moving slightly less freight. Alright, now that's okay if you're at the beginning of the game. If you're a fresh player and you don't have a lot of money, fine. That works. But for the veteran players, like a lot of the people in this community now at this point, everybody's used to using the same freight that we've been using for well over a year. And while these new cars do add diversity in design, they're not the most efficient running things in the game. Because now, at this point, people are not wanting less, they are wanting more. We want stuff that can hold more, carry more, pull more. More. Not less. There's no point, because there is no real progression in this game, to having those newer rolling stock vehicles. Other than look, flavor. Same thing with coal. Coal doesn't really offer any efficiency whatsoever. It's, again, choice of flavor. It's about as ridiculous as, you know, some of the new styles for the engines that aren't historically accurate whatsoever. Why does the EBT hopper hold 10 coal and 8 iron? Yes. I'm sorry. Did you want a better answer than that? All right. The only fair answer that I've seen out of that question is that iron is technically more denser than coal. Therefore, you would carry less iron, but even then, it doesn't. From a gameplay point of view, it should have just been 10 coal, 10 iron. But yeah. Alright, I need to think about what I want to do. I want to add a coaling tower, and I think I want it off to the end here. So I think I'm going to end up rebuilding these 3 points here. 3 lanes. Welcome back, Spash. School has tired you out? Well, that's cool.
Hey,
oh, hello. You want to join in on the rants that I've been having for like the last half hour?
I'm not gonna join today. My internet's slow. I'm like, not really. My internet's so choppy. It's not even funny right now. So joining's not even viable.
Nah. Okay. Well, you're welcome to hang out. Is that right? By the way, is iron more dense than coal? I feel like you'd be a person that would know that. Maybe. Okay, never mind that.
I actually do not know off the top of my head. But if it's going to be more dense, wouldn't you think iron would be heavier? Which actually, you know.
Well, I was trying to, like, what's the logical reason for the new EBT hopper to have
I
10 coal and 8 iron?
I do agree with you, though, that it should be 10-10, but...
That's okay. Railroads Online has no bugs. Smile. Is coal actually less efficient?
It'd have 2 less? Yeah, I honestly don't know.
It's so... We are very early on in this update still, so it's not really fair to say yet. Logically, it should be more efficient than wood is. But really, I'm not seeing anything drastic enough in efficiency that really dictates that. Like, it's been a while, too, since they've modified the, you know, wood burning and fuel consumption and water consumption for the game. Like, the consumption rates right now for the stuff we've had, the engines we've had, has been way too efficient to begin with. So I feel like if they had actually lowered some of the, or not lowered, but increased some of the fuel consumption rates on the older engines that we've had in the game, and then implemented these as a viable solution, then yeah, that would be awesome. That would be a good, you know, good update, a good balance. You know, that drives people to actually wanting the coal engines. It was advertised as being more efficient, but there's not really tangible enough evidence that it is. How do I feel about the Ridgeway on the bogey? Don't ask me engine questions. I don't know enough about engines to really be the right person to ask that kind of question. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna be using some switches here as a template real quick. How much distance actually do we need to have here? Oh, wait, are you talking about the Ridgeway as in the, hold on, I think I know what you're talking about. The weird smoke stack. There's the Mason. 10 miler. Yeah, hold on. Is this what you guys are talking about? This guy? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a historian enough to know exactly what this is or why it's even on there, but yeah, don't ask me those kind of questions. All right, let's see. Will this be enough space here? Abilities, cooling tower. Again, why is the placement like this? This placement is garbage. Have I seen the bug with the 48? No. What bug? Gonna have to be a little bit more helpful than that. Yeah, I'm gonna need actually another curve there. Do full reg and break in the class 48 and it does stuff. No, that's the first I'm hearing that one. All right, let's try this. That doesn't look like it's... Oh, it's cockeyed. Alright, hold on. Can I... Will it be mad at me if I place... on rail? Okay, it's actually the railing object that's getting in the way here. Oh, hold on. What is my cursor hitting? That seemed like a better placement for you guys. Nope, not close enough. Or not far enough away, actually. Man, it would be really nice if we had snap points. Alright, demolish rails. But now I can do one of these numbers. guess. That's still too far away. Also, it's not parallel. It's so hard to tell. Alright, that actually looks like it might be spot on. Yeah, that'd be a fun thought. Oh, it's in the wrong spot. Tear it down. If actually railroad building was like that. Yeah, a lot of people would be upset. Fun. Alright, this should at least allow us to have a decent amount of distance here for all this. Rails. Rails are going to be a little lower on this particular track. That's fine. Although while we're at it, we might as well put in... Should we put in, I guess we should put in a firewood depot too. Fueling is on this side. That's a little close. Oh yeah, okay, that's convenient. Alright, maybe we don't put it in that spot. Alright, three-way switch opportunity, maybe? Nah, that's not gonna work as nicely as I thought it would. Like, I want to put a three-way here. That seems a little tight there like that, but also at the end of the day, I think it's fine anyway. I might open up the other area for a fuel option. Alright, facilities, firewood depot. It's going to be a little weird because we're going to end up taking taking up the potential spot for another lane, but let's try that. Alright, the firewood is kind of good there. I think we'll adjust the two lanes that are over here. And I think what I might do Should we put in a three-way switch? I feel like we should put in a three-way switch. What about climbing the towers to build? If only that was possible. Or actually, hold on. Wait. Are you talking about like trying to place the firewood depot from up there? Because that actually might be the play. I don't think it's really going to work as ideal, but we can try it. Let's see, firewood depot. Oh yeah, I guess if you stood on the railing, you could do it. You would just almost have to place just the coaling tower in a different spot. That might be a... I don't want to delete the tower, but... Might be $1 million IQ play there. Yeah, because then we can like nicely line it up there. Yeah, that don't look bad at all. Question is, does it really help placing... Doesn't really help placing coaling towers because of the way they're oriented, but... So I did it like this, almost. Oh, no. You'd have to really, like, delete and replace the coaling towers where you want it, just to place the one that you actually want where you want it. Alright, these should be rails. How do you rotate building pieces? You don't. Again, another feature that was overlooked by the statement. It's fine as is. Smile. Alright. Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. Right? Demolish this. Well, that's a small piece of track. Smile. Hello, Swifty. Welcome on back. Skeleton car is a good car that was added. Again, it's slightly pointless, but it's there. Do these have... I doubt, but... Well, close. I was gonna say, do these have even, like... a nice curve to them? I don't know, what are we thinking? Good spot for a three-way track? Maybe? My nose is itchy. Alright, I gotta place a track here that looks somewhat right, its direction or alignment. Oh, crap. Forgot to place a marker here. No, actually, we're not going to use a marker. We're just going to, what you call it? Auto line this. There you go. Apparently, also circle mode's curves have been improved, but I haven't really messed with them enough yet to test that theory. Alright, bumper. Snap, plus. Bumper. 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 Fine. Alright, we'll place that as that. And then try this again. Smile. There it is. I gotta delete the water tower that's over there too. Yeah. So I guess I'd somewhat agree on that one. Somewhat, but not too much. Oh, I gotta add like a third track over here. Crap. I installed the three-way switch, so like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. This switch can't be here. That switch actually ends up being a rail. I'm just doing some building tonight, Swifty. That's groundwork. That might actually be original groundwork. Is this gonna be obnoxious? Might be a little bit obnoxious. Like, I want to squeeze another lane in here, but it might not be ideal. I don't know if I'll be on streaming tomorrow. If you guys have not been paying attention to my Discord channel, by the way, I've been doing a little bit of a side project. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I've been working on something a little fun. And I'll probably end up maybe spending another couple of days on it. I want to put a three-way switch in here, but I don't know if it's going to work out. Oh, no, let's... Oh, hey, look, you can snap off the three-way switch. Smile. Like, I like the curves that it's going to have here. That switch should roughly be... No, it's not the same size. Crap. Or is it? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it is. Hold on. Does the normal switch match up to this? Very closely. SMH. Good to know, though. Alright, we can start wrapping this area up. There we go. Is it looking better there, chat? Kind of want to put like a small... Like, I want to put a small stub here. Give it a little bit more distance, I think. Get it 3 meters. Yeah, that's about perfect. So a small little stub for something like a C48 if we want to keep one up here. Hello, A22. Welcome on into the stream. Maybe that's the siding that stores the Iron Mine Class 48 shunner. Yeah, that little stub there. I like that, actually. I like that a lot. Probably could have moved the firewood depot up a little bit. AM7 fan, welcome on in. If you guys are new to the channel, don't be shy. Say hello. Love seeing you guys. All right, the water tower. I want to delete this one over here. Facilities. And deleting the telegraph office. I feel like we can place the telegraph office in maybe a better spot. But the water tower, I'm gonna go with the 1870, I think. And old. How's old? Oh, old is that like gray? Beige? If only we could, like, match it to that. I mean, it's the right style. But can we sneak that in, like, oh. I like this style, but it's not gonna fit where I want it to. So we can try putting it here, I guess. I'm gonna offset it because I want to put it closer to the shack. Oh, we don't know exactly where the distance is. These new towers, by the way, they hold 400 units, and I found that kind of funny because some of them are bigger than the others. Like, can we have a size difference between the new towers? No. Might be asking a little too much there. Facilities, water tower. I need that in the beige. That's brown. Well, let's... Brown doesn't look too bad. Brown, actually, you know what? Brown matches everything else right here. So we might go with that. Let's place that there. Ah, my nose. If I didn't have such an itchy nose, I wouldn't stop as much as I am. I don't know why my nose is itchy. Well, thank you, 822. Alright, then that needs to go further back. Alright, let's go with the brown then. I like the brown. So that's about that distance. And I don't need to go that far. So there, maybe? A lot of trial and error in this game, unfortunately. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Up, up, up. I never did post that I was live in that channel. Or in that server. So he doesn't pull a shovel out of his pocket. It would be cool. It would look like a Fortnite back bling smile. Alright, should we add the sanding tower for giggles? Like, I know we don't really need it because the game doesn't really require you to have sand. I'm almost tempted to throw it down here though. Railroads Online has no bugs. It's honestly a sanding tower just for the looks. Why not raise that like higher? That's got to be closer. Problem with this kind of placement is it's hard to tell how much further you are. There. Yeah, that works. All right, cool. I don't like oftentimes place sounding towers at all. Mainly because I never feel like there's actual need for it, but... Alright, I want the one in the back. There we go. Oh yeah, Kenosha was just playing. Smile. Who doesn't love Kenosha? Alright, last thing is telegraph office. If only we could like squeak that in there. Right there, maybe? It's not a bad placement. Oh wait, is this a ladder? Oh wow, look at that. Ah. It's almost if that would have been convenient earlier. Smile. Yeah, look how nice this looks, guys. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to do a save. I'm glad you're enjoying watching it. I don't usually tend to do these style buildings. If you're unfamiliar about the map that I'm on, this is the Railroads Online OG map. I do a little small rant every now and then on this, but it's the map that you would have seen with the bridge on the pause menu. This is the actual pause menu bridge. If you're familiar with the escape menu, old screen that was there. That was this map, as well as a number. The main screen screenshot is actually a route that's for the iron mine and coal mine. All right, where should we work on next? Chat. Someone pick an industry. We've only done the iron mine so far. I've been added in memes. Who's added me in memes and why? Sorry, catching up with Discord. Okay, cool. Coal mine? Sean, hello? What's going on? We're just rebuilding some industries. If you're just joining, I've just went and, well, not really rebuilding the industries, but like re-equipping them. I just did the iron mine up here. If I can get up on the tower here. So we got a slightly new, it's basically the same layout. It's just a little bit more neatly organized. Because this layout that was up here was not practical whatsoever, so. Alright, coal mine. I'm not trying to touch these areas too much. Really just the areas that have, like, the refueling centers. So I think outside here we might add another track here. Oh, welcome on to the stream. And hello to Vintage Cookie. First time I've seen your name, so hello, welcome to you. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and saying hello. Hope everybody had a fun weekend. If it's still Sunday for you. If it's not, then I hope you have a good week. Smile. Cutting down some trees, because I do honestly, like, it's nice that the trees are up here, but sometimes it's just nice to see the route from the industry too, a little bit. Alright, so we already have a water tower and a wood depot, firewood depot here. Open shed over 2 tracks with a giant brick wall. What, Nasu? I'm not understanding where you're going with that comment. Alright, might be a bit of a dicey turn. Actually, you know what? I might back the... Yeah, alright. I think we're going to change a little bit of a core mechanic to this area. So, again, this map wasn't originally mine. Somebody else had built it. initially, so I'm not trying to change the like main routes at all. That's not the point of this. We're just reworking a little bit of the industries here, and this industry had a runaround track. And actually, what I can do for you guys is pop us over here on the extended and show you guys. So I've got extender up. This is the industry, and we've got this runaround track that we've had in the past. And we also have these refueling depots. Now, the fortunate part for us is that the way this yard is angled, I think we can get away with putting a turntable down here and not only connecting the runaround track that we've had, not really disrupt it, but add the turntable back down here, give an option to like directly detach, back up, and or turn around in the same notion and refuel at the same time. So I think that's what I want to go for. And we'll do the fueling facilities there, and then also have a outer track here for refilling those facilities, if that makes sense. So I think that's the gameplay I want to go with here. And I'm just gonna pin that to myself there. So, let's see. I have a feeling that this piece here is just one giant spline, because I'm not seeing any connection here. I did have this map recreated by a community member with the new splines, as it was originally an old spline map, and I do have the original map still. Yeah, this was... Ugh, okay. So I want to bring the turntable out to about here, I think. So we're going to demolish the rails. Patch new ones. And we're going to bring the new ones out to maybe here-ish. Okay. So that is a little bit of an issue there. Again, it's going to be trial and error on how we do this. So I'm actually going to... Let me save this real quick. I do run a backup tool, so I can't always roll back. If you guys are not familiar, too, there is a... Oh, actually, I'm not running it. Why am I not running it? All right, 1 second. Let me pull that up. Could have swore I was running it. Dun, 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 dun. So if I flip over here, I have a friend in my community named Sheridan. So if you guys are not a part of my Discord server, go ahead and pop in there and ask for this tool. It's called Railroads Online World Backup, and you can ask for it in the Railroads Online channel. And my friend Sheridan will probably respond when he sees it. But this is a wonderful tool right here. If anybody in here is not familiar with this, this is the best tool you can probably have for this game, because this backs up your saves every time you save. So I can go into a slot here where there's 324 saves, and I can go by date, year, all that fun stuff. Like, I can just view every save, even the oldest. November 4th, 2021 was literally the first day I played this game. So that's a wonderful tool that you can have. You guys don't have it. And it will tell you, you know, what slot was backed up when and all that fun stuff. So if you guys don't have that tool, go ahead and join the Discord server and ask for it, because it is worthwhile. It was built by my friend, and it is very, very well done. All right. We may be hoping a little too much for this here. My nose is itchy. Arr. All right. By the way, the backup tool also works great with the Railroads Online extended autosave feature too, for those that are wondering. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this might not be the greatest idea. How far do I have to back this up for this turntable to fit? That's not even back far enough. Oh, that back piece was in 2 pieces. Oh, sweet. Okay. Alright, sorry for my random singing at times. Oh no, 822, that sucks. I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, that's why I carry the tool. Not to be mean, but yeah, it saved my skin a lot of times. So sorry that happened to you, though. I think I've actually accidentally oversaved some of my older worlds on this, too, and I've been able to roll back. Alright, crap. The alternative here is maybe I just put in another switch. I don't want to, like, hang a switch over the edge over here either. But I'm thinking, like, maybe a distance like that. Keep the curve going. Oh, that's a perfect fit there. It's gonna look a little awkward until we do some groundwork under it, but it works. Bye-bye, tree. Okay, and then as for this... Alright, I'm gonna demolish this. Nope, that was the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to place, like, maybe some stonework out here. Come on. I know this bumper will float in the air for me, but it's not doing it. Alright, walls. Ballast. Come on. This game sometimes also does not like really tight bend placements. Nice AG. That's awesome. That's USA, correct? Nice. Yeah, you physically cannot get this to bend enough. Alright, this might be a situation where I just end up having to run Straight's amount of ballast. It's gonna look a little ugly. Am I gonna do the thing with the Class 48? No, probably not. I have no need to. This is gonna look ugly. That is not where I wanted you. Yeah, it's looking ugly. Alright, at least run a ballast wall here. Crap. Sometimes I wish building was a little bit easier in this game. Oh, come on. It's the stinking wall. Why is this game so broken? Come on. Really? I just need the groundwork down here. Is that what we're missing here? Groundwork? Or does things not really want to be placed on this cliff? What is going on here? Why can I not place this? Good night, Nasu. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for hanging out. Alright, I'm trying to just blend this into the ground. It's just not having it. There you go. That's, you know what? I'll take it. All that fighting wasn't worth it to begin with. Alright, embankment. Whoa, that's not what I want. And of course, it's probably not going to want to fill because it can't technically reach that one spot. Railroads Online has no bugs. You know what? We're gonna end up seeing that anyway. Okay, fine. All I was trying to do was just clean this up to look better, but we're only gonna get so far in that case. I really hate how that looks. I know I can do better. Welcome to my aggravation where I try and improve something and end up making it worse in the process. Alright, let's clear some of this groundwork here. Alright, what I'm going to try and do, since that hasn't really leaked out over the edge yet, I'm going to try and place a 1 embankment in here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Awesome. Alright, demolish rails. Alright, we're gonna finish this off here. Hey, alright, much better. Alright, and then for this, should be able to snap that like that. It's kind of slightly overhang, awkwardly. But what I'm going to do... reset this. Can I clip groundwork to that? Just like the stone wall? Not that one. That works, I guess. Come on. Really? Up. Arr. Thank you. Sometimes you gotta give it a good growling. Hold on, let me make sure there's... Oh wait, that counts as rail apparently. Ah, okay, I was right. List. And it went some change out here, I think. Yeah, the numbers on the ballast are the fill range. Come on, let me up. Gotta walk all the way now. Gotta set another telegraph office down there in case I need it. There we go. Groundwork. Nice. Alright, now let's bring over the other tracks. I'm gonna do that one like that. Alright, and then all I'm doing with this is just roughly ballparking where that turntable should be. And then I'll regenerate that curve after. This way also that the turntable will be roughly lined up where it should be. Oh, I can snap. Wait, what? Since when can I snap ballast off of this? Why have I not known this sooner? Hold on. Oh wow, that actually ended up being like the perfect length. So demolish this. Placing like really nice turntables, by the way, for anybody that's had trouble with it in the past. It does take a little like back and forth trial and error type deal. Mainly because what you'll end up doing is placing something and then deleting it afterwards. Oh, there you go. Just to get something like the proper length. So I'm going to delete the groundwork again. There you go. Perfect. And I can do the same over here. Turntables also don't drift at first if you replace them and not touch them at all. Relatively should not drift. Yeah, so even this is off here. Did that wrong again. Come on. There we go. This one I could just do something stupid like this. Alright, and then we need one more track to run around on all the refueling stuff. We're going to be getting rid of the water tower here, too. And probably replacing the Firewood Depot. Alright, so facilities, coal tower. I'm actually going to place one ridiculously like this. And we're going to try our new method here for placing these. Oh yeah, something like this. So, new pro tip, stand on the other coal tower. Oh, the height is being affected by the track. Okay. Well, how far up do we actually want the coal tower? Yelled at. A22, if you're looking for the Railroads Online backup tool, ask for it in the Railroads Online channel. Be the best place to do it. Alright, can I... Sometimes you can't just find snapping points if you just run along the track. Oh, there's one. Okay. Oh, alright. Let me see. Can I have something that marks that real quick? Ah, perfect. Alright. For giggles. Ooh. Yeah, this would be interesting. Let's try something creative here. Let's not have something at a 10% angle. Alright, first off, that railing's gonna be the wrong way. Let's do this. If anybody here is interested on how to get a little creative with the stone wall here, snap a piece here. And if you generally know how it's going to end up in terms of its angle here, so like something like that, go ahead and lower it in like this, even if it's as drastic as a 10%. Which you could do, and it does look okay. But sometimes it's also better to just drop this to something, maybe half, and just let it go into the ground here. So 5%, 17 meters, right? And then what you can do is then go and take your 1 meter ballast, turn off circle mode, and snap it to that. So what happens is your stone wall gradually builds up from the ballast under it, and your ballast smoothly transforms into the stone wall. Nice little building tip for you. Although also you tend to also sometimes have the off chance of having that sort of issue too. So let me see, where would that be? Right here. No, I can't really auto-generate that. Let's just look at how this looks with normal. And then let me grab the really weird thing, and I don't like this, is I really hate that some of the ballast doesn't snap to the actual track. So sometimes it's really inconvenient. But you can also just manually place it. Let's do... That was negative 160. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Not the greatest, but... but what we can do now is we can go and take this, turn off circle mode, and we can kind of just loosely let this connect to the other track over here. Alright, so that will be our actual refueling track there. Now we just got to place the facilities. Yeah, the three-way switch does not auto-align. It's because it's a stub switch, not a kick switch. So there is actually a legitimate reason why that doesn't do that. Alright, I need to figure out where generally I want this tower and then place... Alright, so that's a little high in the air. And I want to place one basically in the same spot. And I'm using the outer beams and the ladder to line it up. There. So demolish facilities. And then let's bring that track over and hopefully see that it's connect to properly. Yeah, it looks about right. Might be a tad off, maybe at best. Oh no, that looks centered. Alright, cool. Okay, so now what we can do is we can grab this guy. And we can run all the way over here to our three-way switch. And I might redo one rail here. What is going on here? Alright, the rail was messed up on that. That does not want to connect for some reason. Alright, that connected. Alright. Stop. No. Was that 3-rail? Wow, why is there such huge... Oh, I know why there's such huge embankment down there. It's this guy. Okay. Why is there such a fill over there? Fill matters. There we go. All right. Yeah. So. I'm gonna bring this line out. And we're gonna take the normal wall again. Go like that. Alright, then I'm gonna demolish this, and I'm gonna implement a switch here off to the left. Well, you know what? Oh wait, crap. That was not where that was actually supposed to be. That was for... What? Wait, no, wait, was it? You know what? We can use that middle track again for a stub. That's fine. You know what? Never mind. So, what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to do one of these flippies. I just want to place temporary markers here of some sort. Not there, so we'll do this. Oh, I need to put a firewood depot in there somewhere. I love how the ties are completely different colors. Wow. Alright, so we got a nice line there. Got a nice line there. Demolish these crossovers. Alright, and then we'll go to there, I think. Ah, nice. Perfect. Nice. Very nice. Alright, I had the switch here, but I think I really don't need it, but we're gonna use it as a potential fill spot in case we need it. Do I want it there? Do I want something out here? So many decisions. Do I want an obnoxiously large shed out here? Good. I don't like the barn red color. What other ones? We have brown, beige, and old. It's old. Oh, that actually might be nice for a few spots out here. Hold on. Let's go brown now. Oh, no, never mind. That's not going to space nicely with these tracks here. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's not worth it. Let me do a save. Beginning or ending rail yards? What? Alright, let's get this over. Oh, for tri-switches? I would say probably the beginning of a yard. That does not line up properly, but you know what? We need a little squiggly around here. Alright, I need to be like across from it to actually have this work. Okay, so that's a slight issue. Unless I just end up making... I don't want to take away from yard space. Yard space is actually important up here. But I can't put this really any closer. Big yikes. I don't know exactly where I want to be able to put this. You would be a tight fit. That'd be a very awkwardly tight fit. Oh, no, never mind. That would not fit at all. Crap. The alternative, I guess, is putting it up here and moving this switch concept. No, I can't because that's the whole point of the three-way switch being there. Technically, just the cord would drop off needs the rail. Yeah. Well, no, you need for the cooling towers. You need the cordwood here, or not the cord, the rails here, because that's how they work. But you have to unload on this platform for the cordwood. I think I get what you're saying, trying to say like turn this the other way around and just throw the firewood at the engine tender, but at the same day and at the same time, you still need space for the rail to be able to back the hoppers in. And I want to be able to have my engine up against the firewood station anyway, so let me think. Let me redo this rail here for giggles. I don't know how this got crooked. So I'll line this up to about here. Yeah, I mean, the idea makes sense. I'm just trying not to result to that, if possible. How many cars do I need? I think I need 8. No. Yeah, 8. It's 2 to 1. The stinking coaling tower is a little weird. Yeah, I think I just need to end up moving this just slightly differently. Or you know what? Hold on. The idea I just had wouldn't work. Yep, that is not what I wanted. Let's get rid of these. Beep, bop, boop. I think I only need about that much space anyway. Oh yeah, that's much more space there. That's not gonna let me delete rail from there, of course. Nah, we don't have to redo that much. We got what we need here with this. I liked how those switches looked. If it was conveniently enough space that both things lined up, that would be awesome, but obviously it doesn't. I'm gonna use this little trick here. This is gonna give the curves a little bit better formation that I like. Yeah, I like that a lot better than what the curve we had there before. Alright, now take this guy. Move a little bit faster in the rotation department. Give ourselves a rough ballpark. Too far, too far. Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong mouse button. Stop. Alright, we're gonna go with that angle. I hope that it's, you know, relatively alright. Although, to be fair, engines probably won't really be going through this particular angle here. Oh yeah, it looks fine. Okay, cool. And we'll put our stopper and our wall. We can do it right. There we go. There we go. Alright, so refueling depots are in. We can get rid of the random coal tower that's there. And I want to put in a sand house again. Alright, that time it was actually a little too close. Only really putting a sand house in, honestly, just as decoration. Because I really don't use these. And they're cool and all that, but even this, I think, is way too close. Maybe not. We'll find out in case we run something into it. But this technically falls over the middle of the track. So I guess it's right. Alright, and then we need a water tower. And do we do a beige one here? Alright, I'm gonna go with a ballpark placement of that. Actually, almost spot on. Let's go brown. And we'll give it about one. One beam distance closer to the track. And that seems to do the trick. Awesome. Okay. So we can go back here and bada bing, bada boom. That is now gone. So now we have our water tower, sand tower, firewood, and coal. and 2 little stub areas for engines. Do we want anything else up here? Oh, telegraph office. Telegraph office is at the other end. Actually, that right there would have been a honestly great placement. Might honestly just put it over here. Although now I'm thinking I may not be against either having telegraph offices at like either end of a yard like this. There we go. I'll go and delete the other one. Are the industries in different locations? No, they're not. These are all original locations. I do have a moved industries map, but it's not an original map. Well, actually, it would be an original map when I'm done with it, but it's not the Railroads Online original map. Oh, why did I not think of that? Hold up. Smile. There we go. That's what I wanted. I can make a nice, easy runaround track. I don't really have a need for it, but I can make it. Oh, what the crap? How in the world did that happen? Alright, no matter, we can just do this. This map is just basically a timepiece. I guess you could call it a legacy. It's a piece of history of this game that I'm making sure lives on. And I actually, for the record, I did get this map directly from Kiyomi himself, too, when I was community manager. Even though Kiyomi was not the creator of this map. Why does it look so weird? You know, it's fine. It's got to have a little character anyway. Alright, did I place a stub at the end of the turntable down here? Yes, I did. Okay. I still have some, like, I mean, all these lanes here, they're original lanes. When I go through and do these kind of things, I do make sure I try to keep general originality to this. So all the lanes over here, those are all original. And we're just making the facility addition on it and changing the tail end of the yard. I really like this sort of style because it does provide a little bit of fun in terms of operation. And I have two areas where I can store additional engines here. I might actually bring up 2 new engines that might do really well up here. I could put stubs there, but honestly, I'm probably just gonna leave them as is. So I actually didn't think this would take as long as it has today. Maybe I'll have to come back tomorrow and keep doing this. I thought these were not actually gonna take as long as they have. But yeah, so far we've done the coal mine, and then if we go and teleport to where were we? Iron mine. We did the iron mine earlier today. I do like how the iron mine turned out too. It's a little bit different, but it does work. And I have a different tower here too, which I like. So let me teleport around here. We have newer facilities here too, also with the main yard. Here's our rolling stock shenanigans. We have over 100 hoppers in this game. 4 of the original hoppers are over there on that showcase train, but there's like 96 others. 97 others, because we have a new EBT hopper that's floating around here. Actually, it's right here. But I think I might end up putting or buying 2 new engines to go up to the coal mine. I might put a Ruby up there because it's a nice coal tank engine. And I think this could definitely benefit from being up there. And then the Tweetsy I think I'll put up there. This guy, because it is also coal. I hear cylinder cocks. Which one has... Is it this? Someone is on. I have enough tracks there, bruh. No, not at all. Hello, Heist. I might cut down on a few. I did this yesterday, laid it all out, messing with stuff. I'm probably gonna end up doing this little section here again. Yeah. Welcome to all my hoppers. By the way, in case you're wondering where all that original 100 hopper coal went to, right here. Auntie, who recreated the map with the new splines, or rebuilt this map with the new splines, ended up unloading all 100 originally loaded hoppers into the ironworks. So needless, I technically won't have to do a coal run for anything else other than the coal depots now. I don't even know what things look like on the outside. I'm trying to like nicely rebuild some of the areas. 86 out of 100 tools. Why do we not have 200? Like, honestly. 100, almost 100 pipes. But, yeah, I think I'm actually kind of pretty much wrapping up here. I gotta figure out what I want. Wish I had signs to, you know, place a physical note in the game to tell me what I want up here. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I think for the coal mine, I want the Tweetsy and a Ruby up here. Or if I just put 2 Tweetsies up here. It actually should be enough track there for that. Useless, useless. So where is Ruby? Ruby, traction effort. 13,000. Oh, that is a good pick for up here. And then... Sweet Sea. 16,000. So that, obviously being the power horse, we might want that up there. I don't know why, just this stupid smokestack. I hate it. Never liked it. Generator headlights. That honestly doesn't look bad, but I'd rather just go with the normal ones because I don't like... Oh, I can't get that light without the generator on it. Well, that's just lame. Why can I not just have an all black? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dallin. Honestly. Paint 1 or 2, chat? Or should we just do paint 3? Actually, we might end up having to do paint 3, because I feel like the blacker color is just better for the coal mine. So, you know what? Why don't we go with that? And then... we're gonna go with a ruby up here. Everybody said 3. Smokestack 4 for the ruby doesn't look too bad. That would look better if... yeah, you know what, we're going 1. Antlers. Why is there antlers? Go with that. Or wait, is this the headlight that doesn't make sense? Man, love this turning mechanic that works so freaking well. Whistle bell. Yeah, okay. Paint. Black. Alright, 5 or 2. Somebody pick. I kind of want the taller stack almost, but... I think we have to go with 2 because the other engine had white stripes on it too. So we're gonna go with that. Okay. Time for the fun part. Because for once, I'm not gonna drive the engines here. I'm gonna place a... well, we're gonna see if this trick still works. I don't know if this trick actually works still, but we'll find out. Freight depot. Oh, right. I have all this garbage still out here because of the update. Limes. No liming my chat, please. Alright, let's see if this still works. I doubt they've patched this. Real? Alright, cool. Coal mine, that one. Yep. Still works. Oh, you love to see it. Okay. Fun fact, for those that did not know, you can re-rail across telegraph offices, and it makes 0 sense. But then again, what in this game actually makes sense at this point? If the antlers were only on the front headlight, it would look fine. The back headlight and the front headlight, no, sorry. Would not be me. Also, the deer must have been a twin. Clearly. Alright, I'm gonna start the tender. Come on. Perfect. Yeah, it's a fun little broken mechanic right now. Normally, I would go and actually drive the trains there, and that's fun and all that if I was just starting a stream, but I do have to end this relatively soon, so I'm not gonna go that crazy right now. Unfortunately, and very painfully, have to get up for work tomorrow. This weekend went by very fast. Oh, are you gonna roll towards the tender? Because that would be fantastic. Please keep rolling. No? Okay, well. Alright, I guess I can waste a little bit of coal. Alright, the two hand valves. It amazes me that hand valve. Which one's the generator and which one's the compressor? Please. Is it that hard to write? I need to start actually using these engines a little bit more. Yeah, that's a nice fit. I like it. I like that now. Alright, let's get rid of this telegraph office that's sitting here. Facilities, bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so while that's heating up, let's take a look at the iron mine. For the iron mine, because I have such a short little stub here, probably gonna grab a C48. This is actually the only C48 that we have. And I probably should keep this one here, but I'm going to grab it right now. Oh. Hello. You're supposed to be on this track. The other way around. Preferably. Perfect. Nice. So now we have an iron mine smelter, or shunter? Switcher, if you will. We have our solution fixed for bringing stuff in. Yeah, cool. Alright, coal mine before we forget about the Tweetsy. Which has pressure, by the sounds of it. actually builds pressure up decently quickly, apparently. Break off. Just want to move it enough to actually get it coupled. There we go. Alright, that was the generator. Put the reverser back at 0. Hello, King. That's alright. You guys are not required to be here on time. I appreciate that you show up regardless. Or if you end up watching the VODs later on. Doesn't matter. As long as you are enjoying the content. Yeah, it looks nice. Okay. So, with that said, unfortunately, I am going to have to call it quits for tonight, guys. So, if you have been watching the stream throughout the entire thing... Oh, no, Steel. Meowdy. Sorry. Goodbye-dee. Yeah, I do have to end stream for tonight, guys, so thank you so much for watching. As always, it is a pleasure. If you guys are not already part of it, please join the Discord server. That is in the link in the description down below. There you can find information and just little up-to-dates, I guess, on my personal life and what I'm doing with stuff. If you guys have not been a part of the Discord or have not been paying attention to it, I've been working on a little fun project with my dad's wood shop. I am planning on a much bigger piece, as well as some additional pieces to go out to 1 or 2 friends, or just some stuff to, you know, build for fun. So, with that said, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure, and until next time, please enjoy.